hunt is on to find Britain's best amateur cooks.
The competition's definitely getting started now.
Real people in real kitchens.
Yeah, baby!
Woo! Face the ultimate cooking challenge.
Oh, no.
I think I've massacred this sauce.
Teams of two battle against the clock.
Panic, 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 panic.
We've got turret issues.
To produce a restaurant-standard three-course meal
Ta-da!
that will impress their competitors.
But I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it before.
I don't like the look of that brown stuff.
Would have gone for more meat, less hair.
And our esteemed judges. 4 times Chef of the Year, 8 times winner of Best Restaurant plus 2 Michelin stars, Michael Caines.
I've been working 22 years, 18 years at 2 Michelin stars. Cooking to my standard is going to be tough.
And founder of leading cookery school and renowned writer, Prue Leith.
I don't want a perfectly good meal. I want an exceptional dinner.
Each team will transform their homes into a restaurant for the night.
Oh, wow!
And the experience will be scored by their rivals.
Can anyone smell burning?
Check the bread.
Oh, shh.
That's not a good start. Haggis on fire.
But ultimately, the judges have the final say.
I think it falls a little bit flat on the palate.
Oh, thanks, Michael.
Part of me thought, God, that looks a mess.
You're just a bit weird.
At the end of the week, the teams will return to kitchen headquarters to find out who will reach the next round.
I'm going to give you 10.
The final winners will walk away not only with £10,000,
Stop cooking.
Step away from your benches.
but the right to say, my kitchen rules. This week, teams from the Midlands and Wales region join the competition, fighting to reach the next round. Meet inseparable sisters, Twee and Tu.
Being sister does give us some advantages. We know each other's cooking style.
Medical mates Rachel and Andy.
They've been washed already.
It takes a very brave man to go in the kitchen with Rachel.
And Nottingham newlyweds Karen and Alex.
Michelin-star restaurants are something we enjoy thoroughly.
Right, we need to get shopping.
Let's go.
First out of the blocks, with 7 hours to shop and set up their restaurant for the night, are foodie fiancés Laura and Lewis. The couple come from Cwmbran near Newport in Wales, but tonight have travelled across the border to face their competition.
Let's go.
My name's Laura,
And my name's Lewis.
and we're from South Wales.
It is cold today as well, isn't it?
No.
We've been together.
Coming up 5 years. We yet to tie the knot officially, but I liked it, so I put a ring on it.
Eventually. Hi, guys.
Hey, guys, come on in.
We cook for friends at least every week.
Just because we love food and eating. Do you want to just turn it so it cooks evenly?
Law is the boss, almost like a kitchen dominatrix.
Yakida! Do you want the home or away kit?
It has to be the home kit, definitely.
Right. Being Welsh is going to make us win because we have a burning sense of national pride. We've got an abundance of amazing ingredients and produce available to us.
Don't know that, please. We want to win as much as we like to beat the English in rugby.
With £10,000 on the line for the eventual winner, there's no time to lose.
Just want to get this shop in, make sure they've got all the ingredients that we need.
Laura and Lewis have just 7 hours to shop for food, create their restaurant and prepare a 3-course meal. Invited to dinner are the 3 rival teams who will score the meal, as will the ultimate judges, 2 Michelin-starred chef Michael Caines.
For me, cooking is about soul. You need to put your heart and soul in it.
And doyenne of home cooking, Prue Leith.
Congratulations. I mean, you've astonished me, and I want the recipe, please.
Failure to meet strict restaurant standards and time constraints will cost the hosts points.
It's certainly a point off, isn't it? I mean, you can't be late.
At the end of the week, 2 teams will be going home, leaving the other 2 to go through to the next stage.
Hi there. We're looking just to get hold of some crab and some suin.
Okay.
Today.
Cooked crab or prepared crab?
If you could prepare it, that'd be amazing.
Great. So for tonight's starter, we are having a crab and suin ravioli with a crab bis.
We're using suin because it's a Welsh trout and it would go beautiful with the crab.
I'm really looking forward to this start. It really does champion the best of local produce. I think technically it's very difficult to make ravioli, and from experience I know how tricky it can be.
There's been a bit of trouble with suin at the moment because of the weather. They can't get out to fish them.
Oh my God, he hasn't got any. An alternative, there's beautiful salmon. We're just gonna have to use that instead.
1 course down and 2 to go, and they're already 1 hour into their shopping time.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Hi.
Yeah, very well, thanks.
What can I get you today?
Today we are after some of those beautiful racks of lamb. Tonight we're having Welsh rack of lamb, roasted root vegetables, broad beans, mint jelly and a lamb reduction.
The thing about roast lamb is keeping the meat pink and getting the fat cooked enough not to be greasy. And it's not easy.
Let's just get to the supermarket now. So time is ticking on. We have an extensive list of ingredients left to get. We've just got to race round now. Just follow me, love, follow me. Right, peaches. Do you reckon 4 packs or should I just
No, just get the 5th pack as well.
For tonight's dessert, we are having poached peaches with a mascarpone ice cream and raspberry Welsh cakes.
Dried raspberries, freeze-dried raspberries.
Yes.
I love peaches, but they can be hard to handle, especially if overripe. I'd expect these to be peeled, stone removed and poached to perfection. I hope they really have thought this one through.
Oh my God, I can't believe we've just finished all of our shopping.
Uh-oh, it's go time now.
I know.
4 hours left, and Laura and Lewis have still to prepare all their food and create their restaurant before their guests arrive.
There's just so much to do, we're running out of time.
Well, we've got to get going then. Seriously, we need to put our foot to the floor. Come on, let's go, let's get it done.
So our theme for our restaurant for the night is a Welsh theme. Daffodils to leeks to mining references. It's just Wales in a room. You know, when people come in, I want it to be like when our friends come over. Nice, relaxed atmosphere. I sort of just want people to feel at home, that's all. So the name of our restaurant is Michelin Star, which translates in English as watermill. It's the name of the pub where Lewis took me for our first date.
I think we've done a really good job of showcasing quite a lot of the best of Wales.
Oh, definitely.
We've got to get moving. We've only got 3 hours left.
Yeah, let's get aprons on and then get started. I've really got to get this ice cream on, like, ASAP. Okay, I'm just whipping up the egg yolk and the sugar.
I'm just waiting for that veg to start catching.
Do you want to swap then and give this a man?
Yeah, come on then. You are. With the ice cream and the peaches, we're going to serve raspberry sherbet dust. So I'm going to add freeze-dried raspberries to caster sugar, grind them down in the pestle and mortar, and then sieve out any small seeds. I'm going to need a lot more raspberry than that. I told you this when we were
We'll get another
shopping.
one.
How many are you putting in?
1. 4th time.
All right. That's the Welsh dragon coming out in you, that is.
Instead of using currants, which is the traditional way, I'm going to use freeze-dried raspberries.
Right, Law.
Yes, Lewis.
Stock's on. So we're making the fish stock from scratch. These prawns, just crush them up a bit. Let's get some flavour out of them. I've got to make sure that the fish stock is absolutely on point because that's going to be the driving force behind the starter. So this is the turbot going in.
Yeah.
Cooking down leeks, fennel, turbot and prawns, Lewis adds water and leaves to simmer.
The fish stock is going to need at least another hour before we can even consider turning that into a bisque. The wine's going in the fish stock.
With all the elements for their ravioli filling begun, Laura and Lewis need to get going on the pasta.
The ravioli starter, I'm going to make the pasta from scratch. Roughly, I reckon this is going to take me 5-10 minutes, depending on whether it's going to come together. This pasta I make at home all the time. Even when we have spaghetti bolognese, I make my pasta from scratch. This is going to need another egg. It's way too dry. Whee! Oh, yeah, this is looking much better. I'm really happy.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's one job.
Just taking the skin off the salmon. It's actually coming off like a dream, to be fair.
It's fresh, that's why the skin's coming away.
I think it's down to my knife skills, actually, Noel.
Right, okay.
Lewis needs to chop the salmon very finely indeed. It's to be mixed with brown and white crab meat and cream to make the ravioli filling. With 1 hour until the guests are due and the filling and pasta well underway, they can move on to transforming the fish stock into a crab bisque that will accompany the ravioli starter.
For the bisque, we fry off the salmon skins with thyme, shallots, garlic and the shells and legs of the crab.
You're going to get so much flavour off this, Law. We have to use the whole crab. The shell of the crab is really important to get the bisque flavour really deep and rich. It literally sings of the sea. Fish stock's going in now into the bisque mix, OK?
Yeah, it smells lush, to be fair, Lewis.
Do you know what? The guests are going to love this.
Well, we can only hope so, can't we?
Just minutes away are Laura and Lewis's rival couples for this week's heat.
It's the first night. OMG.
Eek.
I'm really excited. I want to know what the menu is.
Yeah, me too.
Next time, can you crack the legs apart before you put them in hot stock?
Yes, I will next time.
Thank you.
What do you think the theme's going to be tonight?
I don't know, I've got no idea, but it's quite exciting, isn't it?
Come on, let's go and get changed.
Greet these guests and then worry about the rest after.
Definitely very excited at the moment to see, to see the first restaurant.
Uh-oh. That's the door.
OK, we've got to go. We've still got loads to do. I'm in a panic, but we've got to greet our guests and pretend like everything's OK.
Hello!
Hello!
Nice to see you.
Come on in.
My first impression of Laura and Lou is that they look quite tense to us.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Well, hi, good to meet you. Yeah, I think they look nervous, but it's first night. Yeah. So, yeah, I think they're bound to.
So, two, if you can just be seated by there.
Thank you.
And three.
Thank you. Has a very big Welsh flag.
Have you seen half a greengrocer's worth of leeks?
Yeah, there's a good few of them, aren't there?
There are.
OK, so as you can see, the theme of our restaurant is Wales. We're both from Wales, born and bred.
Yes, we are.
What about the rugby shirts? You going to take one home?
I'm tempted.
It's definitely put me in a Welsh mood.
A Welsh mood? What is a Welsh mood?
The name of your restaurant tonight is Michelin Star, which translates as watermill.
It's got some history behind it, hasn't it?
Yeah, the name of the pub where we had our very first date was called the Watermill.
I think it's a very sweet story.
A nice romantic touch.
Okay.
You'll have to excuse us. We've still got loads to do.
OK?
OK? So thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Enjoy your night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my God, what do you think?
Yeah, they seem friendly, don't they?
Yeah, they do, actually. They seem really nice people.
Yeah. I just can't wait to sort of serve them some good food now and get to know them a bit better.
I'm Alex, and this is Karen.
Yeah.
Oh, you remembered your name.
I did.
Hi, my name is Thuy.
Hi, my name is Tu.
And we're from Vietnam.
Oh, I know Tu because we're sisters.
We have the same parents. We want to make sure you know that.
Between two, they're quite funny.
So much fun. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Andy. Looking forward to a good night, aren't we?
Yeah.
We didn't really know what to expect, did we?
No,
So it looks really fun.
The theme of this is definitely Wales.
Yes, it's beautiful.
About to join the party are our judges. 2 Michelin-starred chef Michael Caines and Queen of Home Cooks, Prue Leith.
Well, first evening of the new session.
So I'm frantically rolling the filling for the pasta and I know that the doorbell's going to go any minute.
Are you hungry?
I am.
Oh, my God.
Right, quickly, get that back in the fridge. I've got to get my hands washed. I can't be shaking their hands with fish all over them.
Absolute blind panic.
Quickly, let's go.
Hello.
Nice to see
Hi,
you.
Laura. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Get jelly legs a little bit, seeing Michael and Prue.
The realisation has just hit home that we are cooking for chefs.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, everyone. This has got to be something to do with Wales.
As you can see, we've gone for a Welsh theme. We're obviously very proud of where we come from and the food that Wales has to offer.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a look at the menus. So as you can see, we have to start a crab and suin ravioli with a crab bisque. Now, we've had a bit of a problem getting hold of suin.
My worst nightmare, not being able to get hold of an ingredient.
Because there's been a cold snap, they haven't been able to send the boats out to get the suin. So what we've done now is we've actually replaced it with salmon.
The ravioli, risky, not easy to make, so good luck to them.
So for main, we've got a Welsh rack of lamb with roasted root vegetables and a mint jelly.
Mint jelly, yeah, we're intrigued.
And then to finish, we have poached peaches with a mascarpone ice cream
Real technique in making that.
and a raspberry Welsh cake.
I've only ever had Welsh cakes out of a packet.
Well, I am so impressed with you for risking a Welsh cake or ravioli, because ravioli is your signature dish.
One of my signature dishes.
No pressure, he makes the best ravioli in the world. And the only thing I have to say about Welsh cakes is that I've only had them once and they were disgusting.
Oh no!
So that's easy to beat.
I'm panicking. Okay, so yeah, we hope you enjoy. If you don't mind,
We've got loads to do.
yeah. So we'll be back with your starter
As soon
as soon as possible. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Laura and Lewis have just 45 minutes to get their starter to the table and have yet to roll, fill or cook their ravioli. They will lose points if they're served late.
Do you think we're going to do it in that time?
Well, we're going to have to do it in that time. Don't want to be late.
You've got to get this right. It's got to be nice and thin, because nobody wants a massive mouthful of tough pasta. I suppose you feel under more pressure when you're told that the judge's signature dish happens to be what we're cooking. We've set ourselves such a huge task with this technical menu. As well as getting this ravioli sorted, I've got to get the bisque finished as well. There's just an enormous amount of things to do in such a short amount of time. I feel so nervous now, I literally feel sick. Right, we just nearly lost the bisque. We've had incidents before where the bisque has split. That would be an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
The ravioli filling balls are a mixture of raw minced salmon, crab meat and cream.
Make sure there's enough space between each one, please, Laura.
Yeah, sure.
Laura and Lewis have just 15 minutes to finish and serve up the starter.
Can I start folding these over?
Yeah, do you want a hand? It's such an intricate task, it's going to take us a while.
This pasta's too thin.
It's not too thin.
Everything's starting to get on top of us a little bit now.
Right, I'll just get the cutter on these.
Split.
Where?
I'll do these. Just look after the bisque.
Well, we need two of us on this, otherwise we're not going to do it in time.
We've literally got 10 minutes and we haven't cooked any ravioli yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
6.
How many of you can make ravioli? Well, you
See
better be
your
out.
fingers shaking.
Well, I was just thinking, I'm glad I haven't got ravioli on my menu after what
Problem with Italian ravioli, if it's not properly made, it is really chewy and horrible. And if it stays in the water too long, it gets slimy.
It's a very tricky thing to do, ravioli, and of course, it's not easy being the first people, is it?
Back in the kitchen, the intricacies involved in the ravioli have seen Laura and Lewis run out of time.
Is that pan boiling? Leave that. Go and check the pan.
Right, should I put these in?
Yeah. Be gentle. They take 3 minutes to cook.
They're already done.
They're all...
Being late will cost them points.
So, just to let you guys know, the starter's 10 minutes late.
Ready, go, 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 go. Are they looking even?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
Our foodie fiancés are now 15 minutes late, which will cost them valuable points.
Good evening. Your starter is served.
Laura looks petrified,
Yeah.
she's shaking.
The pressure they're under when you've got a judge whose signature dish is the one you're going to serve. I don't envy their position.
Smells amazing.
It looks really impressive.
Yeah. The judges will taste and critique the food first and give marks out of 10 for each course at the end of the meal.
The judges are looking and smelling, and nobody's saying anything. At this moment, we don't know what they're thinking.
Laura and Lewis, congratulations. This crab ravioli with the salmon and this bisque is really well presented. It's a thin pasta that's al dente. It's cooked to perfection.
He's actually impressed by our pasta, so that's a big relief.
The bisque is really rich and decadent. Perhaps a touch more seasoning in the actual stuffing itself. It's a little bland. It's a bit dense, that mixture. You could have introduced an element of herb in it, but what you presented here is technically very difficult to do. And I'm looking around the table seeing consistency.
Thank you.
I have a few criticisms of it. I think that what you want in ravioli is very thin, and you've done it, which is perfect. But then you want that sort of soft, seductive explosion of what's inside. And what you've got in there is quite a sort of tough, like a burger. You know, it's a bit too hard.
I'm speechless. I didn't know what to say to that.
I'm devastated.
I know you couldn't get the suin. And suin, I think, has a better flavour in a way than salmon, because salmon can be quite dominating. And I would have liked more crab flavour and less salmon flavour.
We feel a bit sorry for them at this stage.
I'm sure you're very keen to get back into the kitchen to prepare your main, so we'll let you get back. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Back in the kitchen, the timer starts again. They have 1 hour until the main has to be served.
How do you feel about the feedback, Lewis?
The seasoning element.
Yeah, we need to make sure that...
The next course is seasoned correctly.
That isn't like us, though, is it?
No, we normally
I just
over-season.
Yeah, we got into a bit of a rush towards the end.
Time for the rival teams to sample Laura and Lewis's starter. At the end of the evening, they will score the whole meal out of 10.
Crack. They got a piece of shell, I think. Did you hear it?
Yeah, yes. We did the other piece. In fact, I thought it might be your tooth cracking.
I have to say, in a restaurant, I probably would have sent back the dish.
I think there's lots of other flavours in here.
Really well presented.
Yeah.
The sauce was just a little bit rich.
I think this is a competition dish. These guys can obviously cook.
Was it worth the wait?
I think so. This dish would have put them under huge amounts of pressure to get it out.
What do you think?
They need a bit more flavouring. It's a bit bland to me.
It's quite brave to do pasta, isn't it?
Kudos to them. I mean, it's a cooking competition. If you're going to do something that's technically quite challenging, then go for it.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm just going to put some olive oil low on these.
Yeah.
And then some salt.
Season some more.
Yeah.
With just 50 minutes left, the meat's not in the oven yet and they've still got all their veg to roast.
So, Lewis, I'm going to cube the sweet potatoes.
Fine, just make sure they're all roughly the same there or thereabouts. The lamb's going to take at least 20 minutes because I've got 4 racks going in the oven, Law. Yeah. And another 15 minutes of resting time then. So that's already 35 minutes. So we really need to get this veg on, like ASAP.
Yeah.
Laura and Lewis have now got just 30 minutes before serving their main course of Welsh lamb, roasted vegetables, mint jelly with a lamb reduction.
I'm trying to peel and cut these vegetables as quickly as I can, but we want it to look so nice on the plate that it's just so time-consuming. I'm doing my best, but we're going to run behind again.
The rack of lamb goes into a hot pan. Got to really sear that fat down, make sure it's rendered down quite considerably. Really want to get that as caramelised as I can before that goes in the oven. Unfortunately, I can only fit 2 in at a time, and they're quite big pieces. I think we're going to be running late here, Law.
Jelly's come out. Good, Lewis.
Yeah? Right, Law, the lamb's going in.
Go for it.
It's got to go in the oven for normally, 15 minutes. They are quite big racks, though.
I was hoping for a nice bit of protein when we were walking here earlier on, and by heavens, my wish has been answered.
It's not easy to do it. I mean, a rack of lamb, well, they may not ask us how we like it. We might just get it as it comes. But it's quite a brave thing to do, I think.
Have you got a timer on that lamb?
The lamb's due to be on the table in less than a minute.
I think test it again, Lou.
Yeah, we're good. Take it out, test it.
Brill. Thank God that lamb is done.
Yeah, it needs to rest now for at least 5 or 6 minutes. I'll take the lamb out of the oven. It's not rested as long as I'd like it. It's a bit raw. As we cut the first slice, it's raw in the middle.
That's too rare at this moment.
Lamb needs to be done. It's the star of the show, so if the lamb's not done, then we haven't got a main. It's too much. It's got to go back in.
We just got to ignore the timing issues. I'd rather send out something that's done well than something that's done not as well and rushed out.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, everybody, they're 10 minutes late, so that's interesting, but it's an ambitious menu.
Yeah, but we're all the hungrier for it, so we'll tuck into it with more pleasure.
With appetite.
If it comes.
Lord, this fat just hasn't rendered at all.
Well, lamb in itself is a fatty cut of meat.
OK.
You can't render it anymore. You can't put it back in the pan.
15 minutes late. Now, if I was 15 minutes late for a date, I wouldn't expect the date to be there, to be quite frank.
I just think it depends on what a date looks like.
So finally, all the components of our dish are ready. The lamb looks amazing.
Do you like the look at that?
Wow, that's much better.
Yeah.
Let's just quick get our skates on. Can you stop rocking the table? You're going to have to take that off and do it somewhere else.
Well, there's nowhere else to do it at the minute, love. Unfortunately.
I just want it to be perfect, that's all. It's difficult when you're shaking the blinking table.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, lovely.
You happy with it?
Yeah, definitely. It looks really pretty. The dish looks lovely, but I'm disappointed this is the second course we've delivered late now.
OK, let's go.
Hi, sorry about the delay this evening. Main course is now served.
The main's arrived and Laura's apologised it's late.
But it's a competition at the end of the day, and you can deduct points for that.
Quite a lot of meat for me.
They're big cutlets, aren't they?
They are huge.
The judges will taste, then critique the main course before scoring each dish at the end of the meal.
You say yours is tender.
It is.
It's tough.
Really, I can see that, actually, just by looking at it. Mine's a bit better. Laura and Lewis, the meat is a little on the tough side. I could argue that there's a little bit of inconsistency around the table. If mine, perhaps, is a little medium to rare, there's others that are medium and others that are rarer.
I think we did as best we could, considering we were chasing our tail a little bit toward the end.
However, you have managed to render the fat down really well, and you've packed a bit of a punch with that black pepper, which has spiced it up a bit. The sweet potato is delicious. It's a nice contrast. It's a shame you cut your carrots up so small, because I think they could have done with a little bit more integrity and left them whole. That reduction actually is quite intense. It's got a great texture to it. There's a lot about this dish which is on the palate very, very pleasing. So, despite the delay, you've made some of those elements work well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welsh rack of lamb, roasted root veg, broad beans. But I was expecting a sort of classic Sunday lunch. You know, lots of veg, lumpy, homely. And what I've got is elegant, light, fresh, One little problem, actually it's quite a big problem, and it's not your fault, is that when you buy lamb, you can get one rack from one lamb, which is tender as butter, and one rack that's really tough, and mine is pretty tough. Otherwise, I think the juice is nice and spicy, vegetables are perfectly cooked. It's a joy.
And I'm sure you're ready to go back to the kitchen to get that dessert done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How do you think that went?
Inconsistency with the lamb, and I was disappointed it was tough.
Yeah, and me.
But I don't really think that was the cooking. It sounded like it was the impression I got.
You can only do what they say, can't you?
Oh,
You just got to crack on now.
Laura and Lewis have 45 minutes to get their dessert to the table, while rival teams sample and critique the main course.
Just I'm gonna swap the plate with you because I hardly can eat raw meat.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Mine's more well done, so you
Thank
can
you.
have that.
Yep.
There you go. I think maybe in Asia we like to incinerate almost everything. You know, like we have roast duck, we have roast lamb.
My lamb's very tender, and I would like more of the gravy.
I'd want more of the mint.
Well, unfortunately, I think I've got the same rack as Prue, because mine's really tough.
The vegetables are good though. They've got
Yeah,
some
they're
really
lovely.
nice flavours in it. My personal preference is for it to be a little more rare, but
We would have asked other guests how would they like the lamb to be done. Most restaurants do it. Why can't it be the same here?
And I would have liked more vegetables, but maybe creaminess of an onion sauce as well. But I did enjoy it very much.
Rachel has told us that she's keen to become a professional chef, so let's bring it on.
Lewis and Laura's dessert of poached peaches, mascarpone ice cream and Welsh cakes is due to be served in just 35 minutes.
Nothing is going our way today, is it? Let's be fair.
Everything now hinges on their poached peaches, mascarpone ice cream and Welsh cakes. But 10 minutes in, they're in trouble.
The peaches are overly ripe.
Do you want me to maybe just cut around them?
How do you mean? No. 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 I'll try one more, which was good. Oh, no, these aren't going to work. We're going to have to poach them whole. It's not ideal. It's not how we wanted to present this dish, but the way these peaches are, we have no other alternative. We're just going to have to poach them whole.
How are they going to eat the whole peach loaf?
I don't know. Obviously, it's changed things a little bit, but it's either that or them not have a peach at all. I'm going to start cutting out the mini Welsh cakes. Instead of using currants, which is the traditional way, I've used freeze-dried raspberries. We're Welsh. I love Welsh cakes, so I love the fact that these are a little bit different. Hopefully we can turn Prue around.
Hopefully.
We've got 15 minutes left. Do you think we'll be on time this time?
I'm hoping so.
You don't bake Welsh cakes. Traditionally, they're cooked on the hob. I'm making sure that the Welsh cakes don't get too much colour. It would dry them out in the middle, and the last thing we want is a dry, dense texture. The Welsh cakes are looking good, Lewis.
Yeah?
They're perfectly golden. So we should be able to get them out soon.
Are you going to be ready in 12 minutes, Laura?
Yeah, definitely. Smell nice. Peaches.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone will like them. Right in the middle.
Yeah.
With 2 courses already late, they really need to get this course out on time.
Ice cream's out. I'm just dreading serving the peaches whole like that, quite frankly, because they're ridiculous to eat. You need a knife and fork.
Stick your fork in and cut it with your spoon.
OK.
With minutes to spare, they've done it.
Dessert is served.
The peach is looking great on the dust. The Welsh cake looks lovely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
surprised they're whole peaches. I mean, there's got to be a stone in there unless they've magically extracted it.
The judges, Michael and Prue, taste and give their opinions first.
Who made the Welsh cake? Laura. I have completely changed my mind about Welsh cake. It is absolutely delicious. Really beautiful. It's soft. It's not too sweet, fruity. It's perfect. I loved it. And also, I thought when it arrived, it looked like a Miro painting. It really was a very nicely designed, modern-looking dish. I love the dried raspberry. And my only complaint is that I think the peach should have been better cooked. And I think really for a dinner party, you should get the stone out for the customers. Michael.
Laura and Lewis, I love the way you chose to put the dust of raspberry on it, because you could roll the peach around in it and it just went really well together. The ice cream was a good choice. It complemented the sharpness of the peach and the raspberry element. And the cake was a real triumph. I've had many a Welsh cake, but this is, if not the best I've tasted, so well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's just one comment I'd like to make. Timing tonight's been a bit of an issue for you, but I think going forward in the competition, you've got to keep an eye on your timing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we hope you've enjoyed the evening. We really do. So we're going to go and probably sleep now.
Yeah. Thank you.
What a way to finish.
What a way to put Wales on the map.
Definitely.
Now it's the rival team's turn to taste and judge the course.
I like the touch with the raspberry dust. It's really sherbety.
It's not just on there for sort of decoration, it actually works with the dish.
I am finding it rather irritating that the peach does have a stone.
Rachel and Andy, what do you think of this dessert?
Well, I wouldn't have thought of putting these together, but it all works and it's absolutely delicious. I really enjoyed it.
Very surprised by the raspberry powder. We enjoyed it.
I definitely want to order this for my dessert next time.
This was my favourite dish of the evening. I really enjoyed it. And the Welsh cake. My first experience of a Welsh cake. I loved it.
I would have stoned the peach, but the flavour combination is great.
The rival teams will now score the three-course meal with marks out of 10.
So scoring.
In my starter, I did have a piece of shell.
These things happen, it's a fresh ingredient.
It's a difficult one, isn't it? The lamb wasn't really to my taste.
So 6?
6.
6 it is then.
Starter overall, it's okay. The main, I enjoyed it.
What do you think about dessert?
Probably is my favourite dish
me
of
too.
the night.
Let's score them.
I will score a 6 out of 10.
Yes, I definitely.
The sauce that accompanied the ravioli were a bit rich.
The starters and the main, not quite there. Really loved the dessert. It was knockout for me. A favourite dish of the night.
The ice cream was
Oh,
amazing.
it was amazing. If it'd been on time, I think it would have been an 8, but
So-
I think we say a 7.
So I score them a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's time for Laura and Lewis to find out how their competitors have scored them.
Laura and Lewis, thank you for having us tonight for your restaurant of the evening. And I know it's not easy going first, so well done. Tonight, your guests have scored you 19 out of a possible 30.
I'm feeling quite disappointed, actually.
I think the score reflects our timing issues.
Yeah, it would have been a lot more if I'd left the crab shell in there.
But that's how they felt.
But what will judges Michael and Prue think? Time to hear their scores out of 10 for each dish, allowing for a maximum of 60 points.
So for your starter, crab and salmon ravioli with crab bisque. The pasta was thin and delicate, beautifully cooked. However, the sauce is a little bit heavy, and as a result, perhaps the freshness of the crab didn't come through.
We all agreed, I think, that it lacked a bit on flavour. And perhaps the inside of the ravioli a bit too stodgy. But overall, it was a technically beautifully done dish.
And I'm going to score you 7 out of a possible 10.
I'm giving you, out of 10, a score of 6. Your Welsh rack of lamb with those root vegetables, mint jelly, sauce reduction. In a restaurant, you really have to ask people how they want their meat cooked. But overall, it was a remarkably good dish.
For your main course, you probably could have got away with just 2 cutlets and a little bit more veg to keep that dish in balance. For me, I'm going to score you 6 out of a possible 10.
So I'm giving you a very happy 7.
I think it's generous, actually.
Yeah, I think it proves that our flavour combinations worked. We're expecting worse, so
yeah,
we are pleased.
For your dessert, poached peas with mascarpone ice cream and Welsh raspberry cake, it was stunning. Probably one of the best desserts I've eaten yet.
I thought this was a triumph, this dish. Looked modern, fresh, but for me the revelation was the Welsh cakes. You've changed my mind completely.
So for your dessert, I'm going to score you 8 out of a possible 10.
And I will score you, out of 10, 9.
Unbelievable.
Almost perfect.
Almost perfect. All down to your Welsh cake.
With an overall score of 62, Laura and Lewis have set the bar high for the Midland and Wales region. But with 3 teams to cook this week, there's still everything to play for. Sisters Tweet and 2 are up next as the competition heads to Birmingham.
And tomorrow, how do you feel about it?
After this evening, definitely the competition is on. Yeah, so we're under pressure to do well tomorrow. So bring it on.
What is that?
Yes! Well done.
That was quite good, wasn't it?
Yeah, amazing.
Standards up there, isn't it?
Game on.
Yeah. We'll do our best to showcase Vietnamese cuisine to them. Yeah, we'll do it.
Thank you.
Next time.
I think we've got a problem. It's a little bit scary. Well, how about we get the bowl, get them on a plate, see what happens.
Go a bit faster.
Yeah, obviously we're a bit under pressure.
It's a little bit disappointing.
How are we going to do it?